Good evening, everyone. We are live at John Paul Jones Arena tonight, where we have an ACC showdown on tap between Virginia and Miami. The Hoos are trying to snap a 3-game losing skid tonight. Virginia fell 4 spots in the AP poll today, now ranked 18th in the country after losses to Virginia Tech, Duke, and North Carolina. Hey, maybe Malcolm Brogdon will bring the Hoos some luck tonight. He is here at JPJ, where he will have his number 15 jersey retired before tonight's game. Brogdon ranks 9th on Virginia's all-time scoring list. He led Virginia to 2 ACC regular season championships and 1 ACC tournament title. Brogdon's number 15 will be the 8th number retired in UVA history.
That's great. That's my guy, man. Someone I look up to. I'm glad that he's going to get his jersey honored. And, it just shows how much work he's put in and helped this program, so it's going to be a great day.
I think it's cool, man. I've been with Malcolm since high school. He has a day at my high school when they retired his jersey, so it'll be a cool experience. Good to see him, and it's just a cool thing.
I'm just excited for him, thankful I got a chance to coach him and see him mature. I think him coming back for his last year was significant. I think it was a great message for so many of these players that are thinking, well, what should I do? He's got the best of both worlds.
Now, as for tonight's game, Virginia is a 7-point favorite. The Hoos have lost 3 straight games for the first time in 3 years. Both Virginia and Miami are tied for 6th place in the ACC with records of 8-6. The Hoos are coming off their worst performance of the season, which saw the Cavaliers shoot a season-low 28% against North Carolina. Virginia made only 2 of 20 three-pointers. As for Miami, the Hurricanes, well, I mentioned they're 8-6. Their top 2 scorers are guards number 5, senior Davon Reed, who averages 16 points per game, and junior Jaquan Newton, who averages 15 points per game. Miami has won 4 of its last 5. The last time these 2 teams met, Virginia beat Miami in the ACC tournament. The number 1 ranked UVA men's tennis team battled number 3 Ohio State this afternoon in the ITA Indoor Championships. Let me take you out to the Boar's Head. Virginia hasn't won this tournament in 4 years. Cavaliers won the doubles point today. Here at number 6 singles, it's Virginia's Henrik Wiersholm in the near court. Check out the shot down the line. He won his match in straight sets to put Virginia up 2-1. At number 2 singles, this is Virginia's Tyson Kwiatkowski serving in the far court. He smashes home the winner, and then moments later, Kwiatkowski would win his match on an ace. He won in 3 sets to make it 3-1, Virginia. Cavaliers sealed the win at number 4 singles. Senior J.C. Aragoni in the far court lost the first set, but rallies to win the match right on the line for the winner. Virginia beats Ohio State 4-1. It's the first ITA indoor title for Virginia's senior class.
Yeah, as I clinched it, I was a little bit was like, oh, thank God this is over. I mean, that was so tight. I did not want to keep playing. I mean, I was just trying to get out of there, trying to focus and look ahead and trying to get the point.
You know, J.C. Aragone and, of course, Ty came through for us today, both seniors, and I'm happy for them. This was something that they wanted to achieve, and certainly they deserve it, but the work is ahead of us.
We should have fantastic weather tomorrow for the UVA baseball team's home opener against VMI. The Hoos won their first 3 games of the season down in Charleston this past weekend. The Cavaliers scored 20 runs in wins over Liberty and the Citadel, and then yesterday scored 9 runs in the final 3 innings to beat Kansas 9-6.
We learned that our team's got some tough fight and some resiliency to them early on. Certainly Sunday against Kansas proved that, and I just really happy to see, you know, our guys perform in the clutch. And, you know, certainly we proved that opening weekend we've got a pretty good offensive ball club and can score runs throughout the lineup.
Back here live at JPJ, Virginia and Miami tip off at 7 o'clock. It's a nationally televised game on ESPN. I'll have highlights plus highlights of Malcolm Brogdon's jersey retirement ceremony when I see you tonight at 10 and 11. The news at 6 continues after this. The NFL draft continues tomorrow with rounds 2 and 3. Rounds 4 through 7 are Saturday. The University of Virginia has had at least 1 player selected in the draft for 33 straight years. But that streak is in jeopardy. The 2 most likely Wahoos to be selected are running back Smoke Mizell and offensive lineman Eric Smith. Smith was a 4-year starter at right tackle. ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. says both guys have a chance to be selected in the late rounds on Saturday. Mizell is the only ACC player ever to gain 1,500 yards rushing and receiving. Hello, everyone. What a great day for baseball and a great evening for baseball. We are live at Davenport Field for the first time ever in the month of February. 70-degree weather here this afternoon as 13th ranked Virginia kicks off a 3-game series with Rutgers. Right now, Virginia leads 4-3 in the 6th inning. Well, on paper, this looks like a great matchup for Virginia. Good evening. We are live at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It could be another late night as 21st ranked Virginia will play 22nd ranked Notre Dame, tipping off a little bit after 9 o'clock.
Our sports director, Marty Hudtloff, is live in the Lone Star State to tell us how the team is doing last-minute preparation.
Steve, it is very cold here. We have had snow flurries for much of the day here in Frisco, Texas. In fact, there are workers behind me using leaf blowers to blow the light snow that fell on this football field. JMU jumped out to a 21-0 lead and never trailed. The Duke's defense held Youngstown State to just 21 yards rushing, way below their season average. Khalid Abdullah rushed for over 100 yards and had 2 touchdowns and was named the game's MVP. Charlottesville native Rashard Davis had 3 catches for 52 yards, including that touchdown you saw. I talked with him and the Dukes after the game.
Man, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, it really hasn't hit me like hard yet. I'm gonna start tearing up in a few minutes, but it's just crazy, man. Thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? We thought about this during camp, and we went out there and we did it, man. The whole season we just stuck together, and we did it. You know, the atmosphere out there was amazing for all our fans to be there like that, and it's just surreal. It's an amazing moment. It's something that I ain't never felt before in my life, and it's just special to be there, do this with my team. I love them guys.
A lot of teams, when they play us, they try to practice ball control, you know, have the ball for a long time and just try to keep themselves in the game. So the fact that we went up so quickly at the beginning of the game meant that they had to play catch up. That's hard for teams to do, especially teams that can't score in bundles at a lot of time like we can. They can't keep up, so it was definitely beneficial.
You know, we set the goal. We were going to shut down their run game today. We weren't going to let Webb get out. And, you know, I thought our kids did a great job of executing the game plan, being disciplined, you know, doing their job, trusting the other guys to do their job, you know, building the wall, setting an edge, and really keeping things contained in there, really putting all the pressure on their passing game.
I've heard from people what it's like to win a national championship. You know, the stories don't touch it. It's incredible to be out here and just celebrate this moment with my teammates.
JMU finishes the season with a record of 14-1. It's the Duke's first national title since beating Montana back in 2004. He left Virginia 3 years ago and ranks 12th on UVA's all-time scoring list. Joe Harris was a fan favorite during his 4 years in Charlottesville. Only 2 guys played in more games at Virginia than Harris. His 263 three-pointers ranked 2nd all-time at Virginia. Harris is now in his 3rd season in the NBA, and he's having a breakout season with the Brooklyn Nets. Harris hardly played as a rookie 2 years ago in Cleveland and then missed most of last year with a broken foot. But now Harris has carved out a role for himself on a Brooklyn squad that really fits his style. Joe Harris has always had a deadly shot from three-point range. Now he's getting a chance to show it. He's playing an average 23 minutes per game, making the most of his opportunity with the Nets.
In my first 2 years in Cleveland, I didn't really have, you know, quite the opportunity, but it was a really valuable learning experience being around, you know, a championship caliber team. And I think, you know, even though I didn't play, that experience of being around those guys will really help me out going forward. And, you know, obviously I'm extremely grateful to be able to have the opportunity that I have here in Brooklyn.
Harris is shooting 42%, and he isn't relying on just his three-point shot. His ability to drive to the bucket has helped him average a career-high 9 points per game.
Part of the NBA is night in and night out guys know the personnel, the scouting reports really well. So if you're limited to just being able to only do one thing, then you're not going to be able to stick around for very long.
The Nets want to run and create as many scoring opportunities as possible. Harris and his teammates shoot the 3rd most three-pointers in the NBA and lead the league in pace. It all fits into Harris's game.
Coach Atkinson gives the guys a lot of freedom to do what they can offensively. Guys are, everybody knows what their role is really on the team. We play really unselfish basketball, so there's a lot of guys making the extra pass and the simple plays. So it affords me to get a lot of clean looks.
I think he's improving every game. I think he's proven that he has a place in this league, and I can see him getting better. We're thrilled. I think we got a steal there. I get a little emotional talking about Joe. I think it's awesome what he's done for us, and where he was with Cleveland and kind of out of the league, and now he's really making a push to have a permanent spot in this league. It's great.
And Atkinson likes Harris's defense, always working hard to stay in front of the opponent, just like he was taught at Virginia.
I'd probably be getting reamed after every game if I wasn't playing in defense, from Coach Bennett and those guys down there at UVA. The pride that we took in playing defense night in and night out, I think is, really translated for me to this level. Obviously, the caliber of players is much higher, and, guys are going to be able to score tougher baskets, but it doesn't mean that you can't make it hard and really compete on the defensive end of things. So that's something that I'm trying to do night in and night out.
Harris is in the first year of a partially guaranteed 2-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets. And last night in San Antonio, Malcolm Brogdon hit a three-pointer from Milwaukee with just over a minute left, which turned out to be the game-winning shot for the Bucks in a 109-107 win in San Antonio. Brogdon had 17 points. He also had 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Good to see those UVA guys doing well. Both Malcolm Brogdon and Joe Harris doing great in the NBA. Good to talk with Joe Harris a few nights ago in Washington, D.C.
Of course, this year's squad back at it Saturday at Clemson.
Noon
tip-off right here on NBC29.
Nice.
Or if you want to watch with friends,
go to the Paramount Theater downtown Charlottesville. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's right. They're going to be showing, I think, not only Saturday's game, but a few
I'm not
others.
sure about Saturdays, but some of the big road games coming up, like Villanova, Syracuse, Virginia Tech.
Watch it on the big screen.
Popcorn and beverage and, 500 of your closest friends.
Love it.
Thanks, Marty.
We'll be right back.